we really try to help people get prepared.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see if anyone is able to join for the online info session. Copied the link, we'll put it on our Facebook. All right, so today we have Northwestern Mutual here on campus, and you guys get to visit here a lot.
Yes.
So if you want to talk to them, they'll be back, and they'll be back most likely at the upcoming career fair event, I'm assuming. But Brittany, if you could just tell me a little bit about, Northwestern Mutual. How would you explain the company to someone when they see you sitting behind that table there and they're walking by? What does the company do? Why should it stick out to them?
Well, we're a financial planning company. So what we do is we take clients through a planning process. We'll work with them really in different areas. We think of it as a full spectrum or full circle. We bring them in, evaluate where their current situation is, and then help them identify their goals for long-term and short-term. And then we develop a plan for them. So everything's customized to those clients. There's no cookie cutter plan. It's really specific to their needs. We're only going to make recommendations to them if it makes sense for them in their situation. So we could be helping with risk management, could be helping with investments, maybe something in between like retirement or college funds. So the needs just change, but we're definitely a company that is working for the client.
So whenever I heard the name, I always thought life insurance, but it sounds like it's full financial services.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that mistake just because that's how we started as a company. So we've been around for 160 years. And when they started, they were just an insurance company. And then they started to quickly realize that clients' needs would be beyond insurance. And so that now is maybe their staple product, but they're able to help them in different areas as well. Instead of having to send them away, helping them multiple things.
I remember when I was in college, I'd always seen Northwestern Mutual. They came to the career fairs, they were at various events. In fact, I let a friend of mine borrow this suit because he used the same exact dimensions as me, so he could go to an interview with Northwestern Mutual. He got the internship.
Oh, very nice.
And he says great things about them to this day.
Yeah.
As being an excellent financial services company. So what kind of gives you guys, your identity? What makes you reputable?
Outside of the fact that we've been around for a very, very long time, if you look at our history, we've always done things for our client. They've been known for a company that's always kept their promises. So if they promise a client something, they're going to follow through with that. They're not going to find a way around it. And then as far as the internship program, they're able to get a really hands-on experience through that as well. So maybe like your friend, if he's not still with Northwestern Mutual, we have a lot of students that go through the internship program. And although it may not work out for them, they found that it's very transferable into any other role that they go into. So it's very business focused.
With my work with employers, a lot of times you have to explain to them what an internship is, how they can benefit and use it for their company, but also for the learning experience.
Yeah.
Some places do have internship programs, but they have a specific number of interns they hire. It seems like Northwestern Mutual is always looking for interns.
Well, we have our internship program all year round, so it's not just a summer thing. We have our biggest classes during the summer, but it's something that's very flexible around a school schedule. So if our interns come on during the summer, they can also continue in through the fall or the spring. Each office has different steps on how many they bring in. It also depends on our leadership team. So we're not going to bring up, that kind of decides how many we're going to bring on. So we don't want to bring on too many students if we don't have enough leaders to be with them, because we don't want them to feel like, but we want them to have a good experience in their internship program.
So it's a pretty strong and well-established program.
Yes, definitely.
What does an intern get to do at Northwestern Mutual?
Yeah, so they get a very hands-on experience. They're going to have basically mirror the position of a full-time financial advisor, and they get to really do everything a full-time financial advisor does. So we get our interns fully licensed with a Health and Duties license. They're going to sit down and take clients through a planning process under the supervision of a mentor, of course. And then they're also going to go through a week of training before they go into the internship program. So they really are getting the aspect of the company philosophy and everything.
What kind of skill set or personality or interests do you look for in a potential intern candidate?
Sure. So major doesn't really so much matter, but we do look for individuals who have great people skills. This is a very relationship focused business. It's all about getting to be comfortable with people and building those connections. So we want individuals who are going to be comfortable talking and reaching out to people. Somebody who has great work ethic, has integrity, because we want them to be able to keep those clients' best interests in mind and stay focused in that. And just overall people who want to have an impact in their community.
So it sounds like people who are outgoing, people who enjoy,
Yeah.
finding out about other people, what's going on, because they're dealing with a very sensitive and personal topic, which is someone's finances. So that's
Right. So they have to be able to be trustworthy as well. So being able to build that quick rapport with the client so that they're comfortable and open to telling them their story. Because it makes it very hard to help someone if they're not going to be open to talking.
As a student that's, say, I'm thinking about interning, it kind of makes me, what if I have nervousness about, what if I don't know everything, or, how do I talk to people if I don't know?
Right. Yeah, that's what their mentor is there for. So when they're meeting with clients, they're never going to be alone. They're always going to have a veteran rep with them. So really at the beginning of their internship program, their veteran rep's going to run most of the meeting, and they're going to be doing more observing. And then as the student starts to feel more comfortable, then they can start, pitching in and contributing to that meeting. So there's sometimes some interns take the whole semester before they really feel comfortable, and then maybe they get more of a hang of it the next semester. Some of them catch on a little bit faster, but everybody's different, and really it's just they're going to be under the supervision of a mentor, so they're going to be in good hands.
Would you consider the internship to provide good sales experience?
Yeah, I would say so, because you're going to have to learn about networking and communicating with people and being able to adapt, because not everybody has the same personality, so being able to adjust to that.
And how would you say internships and then graduation and jobs, how does that connect at Northwestern Mutual?
Yeah, so our internship program, if you look back at our advisors right now, some of our top advisors, they were actually interns first. So it's really a great onboarding process for them. So if our interns go through that program and then decide it's the right opportunity for them, what they end up doing is they go back to training, it's more extensive training into the full-time position, and then they come on as a full-time advisor. From there, they're still going to have a mentor, but it's just going to be coaching and development's going to be different because they're going to be going into that full-time position.
What does a full-time financial advisor do?
They're doing actually the same thing the interns are doing. I mean, the full-time advisor that's the idea behind the internship, is that they're mirroring everything for the full-time advisor. So they're really essentially doing the same thing. The big differences between the two is going to be that mentorship role. So as a full-time advisor, you're not going to be required to have a partner with you when you're going through the learning phases. It's just going to be recommended. And then licenses too. So as a full-time advisor, you'll be getting extra licenses, child investment licensing as well.
And that's all taken care of then through
the company. Yeah.
Oh wow, because I know there's costs associated with some of those licenses.
Yeah. So the Northwestern Mutual pays for all the study materials, the exam, and the registrations. Yeah. Yeah. So they're really big on education. So really, once you're a full-time advisor, they'll pay for any continuing education that they want to do. So if they want to go back and get their CFP, or if they want to get SCLU or different designations, let's say they have an interest in a specific topic, right? They want to become a specialist in retirement or a specialist in business planning or estate planning. You can get specialty licenses for that too.
Oh, that's cool. So there's definitely some options, mobility, flexibility, advancement in the corporation.
I feel like this is one role that is endless, isn't it? You're never really going to get to the point where you feel stagnant, because you always have an opportunity to grow one way or another, whether it's in leadership, it's in your role, it's the type of services that you're offering. Yeah.
How do you get clients?
Clients are going to be based, so we don't do feeder lists or anything like that. All of our advisors or interns are responsible for bringing in their own clients. So a lot of them just base it off of their personal connections. And when you're starting as a student, it's more comfortable that way too. Because you're reaching out to people that you already have a rapport with, so the conversation goes a lot smoother. It's a lot more comfortable versus if you're trying to do a cold call and you're reaching out to someone. It's a lot harder to build that rapport so quickly, especially when you're talking about finances. A lot of people aren't as open to that. So we've found much more success when people are reaching out to their personal connections. From there, it's mostly referrals. 95% of our business comes through referrals from another client.
And so, are all of the clients individual people, or do sometimes you get businesses or small businesses that need benefits? Or?
Yeah, it's very wide range. So sometimes they're individuals, sometimes it's families, sometimes it's business owners. We'll do employee benefit services too, so it could be a wide range.
What's the office situation like?
What do you mean?
Where do people work?
Oh yeah, so most of our advisors will work out of the offices in Virginia Beach Town Center area. So They have the flexibility to travel and go to their clients if they want to. Some people don't like to be constrained in an office. So if they want to drive around and do that, they can. But most of our clients will come to us. So they'll meet with them in the office or in conference rooms.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be stuck in the same room all day, this gets you out in your community.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. That's good because like in a way it makes you think about like become very much more just staying where you're at. It's like in the stationary, it makes me much more missional.
Yeah.
Which is like good. Because like one thing about like that, about the scripture is like in a way it's like Jesus met people, where they were at. Yeah. Instead of staying, people could have came to him and just heard like the things that he's performing, but instead went to them.
Right.
Yeah, instead of people just hearing about your product, and then coming to you guys, you actually made it available for the product to be reached out.
Right. And you'll have clients that are really busy too, and they can't really get to you. So you're like, okay, well, we'll go meet for lunch, or I'll come to your office, or you just make it easier for them.
Yeah, and because I know there's not many industries left that will do that.
Yeah.
I mean, the doctor used to come to you.
Yeah.
And I used to joke when I was in TV news, we're one of the few businesses that'll dress up in a suit and come to you.
Right.
But
yeah.
I know financial planning does that. Very few industries though. So that's cool that it still has that personal touch to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
What does compensation look like? How is that structured?
So for our internship program, they get paid 3 ways. The first way is through a stipend, so they'll have $100 every week they're in the internship program, as long as they're achieving their activity goals. So we'll give them a goal every week. Hey, you need to do X, Y, Z. They really had an issue with their interns not meeting that, so they've done really well. They get commission, so we'll earn a percentage of any product or service that they're offering. Then we do bonuses and incentives. There's corporate bonuses where they're hitting different milestones in their internship program. They're getting extra bonuses on that. And we usually do some fun incentives in the office, like gas cards or dinner or things like that.
College kids would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, we started to get good feedback with the Wawa cards.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Is the training pretty hands-on?
Yeah. Yes, very hands-on. So with our internship program, after they get licensed, they go through a week of training where it's all interns from the state. They go to the same training. And then when they come out of training, because that is condensed, every day they're going to have some type of hands-on training session with different people in our office. Whether it's their direct mentor, somebody else on our leadership team, so they're learning all areas of the business.
Question: What's also the minimum amount of hours that an intern has to work? I have no question, Joel.
Minimum hours. We don't really have a minimum hour, but we will meet the requirements. So if a student's trying to do it for credit, we're going to look at their requirements, make sure they're following that for credit. But if they're not, they're just doing it for an experience, we don't have a minimum hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you could get credit then and could get paid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Makes it as a paid internship.
Win-win.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. What do interns typically say about their experience?
We've honestly got really great feedback. So of course, the experience isn't for everyone, right? It's not always a career that they're going to choose, and that's the point of the internship, so that they can test drive the career before fully diving into it. All the interns have decided to leave and not pursue this as a career. They still stay in good standings with, and they still come back to us like, I learned so much from this. It's really helped me prepare me for this job, or it's really helped me prepare me for this, because it is a challenging internship. So they're gaining a lot about the business world from it. Yeah.
And product-wise, if you become an employee,
Mm-hmm.
do oftentimes employees take advantage of the different financial services?
I would say so, yeah. Northwestern Mutual has some top-rated products. They really are the top in their industry. So a lot of them are going to seek out a financial advisor if they're not an advisor themselves, and seek those services, yeah.
So you get to sit down and do actual financial planning with people then, kind of help them figure out how they can
Yeah,
achieve
that's
their
what the
financial
interns
goals.
get to do, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Oh man,
that is cool.
I gotta come to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's really neat because you have a lot of people that are in similar situations, but every situation is different. So it's really, you're really able to sit down and figure out what is the best option for them. And it feels good because you know that when they leave that you've made an impact. You know, you've helped them, put them in a better situation. They come in all stressed out, or, most of them come in stressed out. They're not figuring out what to do, or the big intern, the financial advisor, they're really putting them back on track.
If someone wants to learn more about the company or apply,
Yeah.
where should they go?
Northwesternmutual.com. They can just go there to find out a lot of information. If they're not local and they're trying to find their local office, there's a locator office like thing on the website. I would check that out. And then if they're wanting to find out, there's a lot of videos on YouTube. So Northwest Ranch has a YouTube channel, and there's tons of videos for client perspective as well as internship and career perspective.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We'll have to check those out because we try to make videos like that.
Yeah.
So we'll get some ideas.
Yes, it's cool. They have one video, it's called A Day in the Life, and they have them for an intern and a full-time where they follow around different interns from different areas to see what their day-to-day activity is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Should we check that out right now?
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So this will be in the meeting. We're not done yet because we can share it right into this presentation, which is one of the cool things about Zoom here. People don't realize.
Yeah. We actually just started looking into Zoom. I was at a conference last week, and they were talking about how great it was to use with interns that are away for doing their interview process.
That is amazing.
Instead of just doing like a conference call.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is how we connect with our online students, for our office at least.
Yeah.
And I'd say my office is a leader in connecting with online students
Yeah.
because where a lot of the classes and that sort of thing left off, we picked
Yeah.
up and said, what can we do new and innovative?
Right.
So we really try to connect with our online students through our office. We have other offices coming up, talking to us, how do you do this? This is amazing. And we always tell them about this tool.
Yeah, that's really neat.
It's the screen sharing.
So that's
is
the
awesome.
full-time one. Let's see if there's the intern one, because that'll probably be more. There it is, right there. Right below the triangle. That's our planning process.
I'm a senior economics major at Texas A&M, and I first came across this internship at a career fair on campus.
I currently go to school at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, the best public school in the nation.
I went to the University of Denver, which is right over here, and I studied international business and marketing there at the Daniels College of Business.
I'm a junior right now, and I just got the opportunity to join the internship over the summer.
I was very encouraged by the atmosphere of all the people that I met and how friendly and encouraging everyone was.
One of the mentors, Ross Lisiani, said he's not going to mentor me, he's going to coach me.
Right, in life it's easy to tell people what they want to hear. But to be a great coach for you, I need to tell you what you need to hear.
And he was going to push me to do things that I was uncomfortable with, as any coach does. So I took it very seriously, and it's been great.
So I found this career when I was in college. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and I ended up doing the internship here. And upon graduation, I interviewed everywhere in a lot of different cities and compared everything back to this and felt like this was the place for me.
I saw the internship as a way to pad my resume so that I could do one of two things, either A, be an investment banker, or B, go to a really good business school. Once I got into the internship, I realized that I really loved what I did. I could control my income, I could build my own practice on my terms, and I realized I could really help people in a positive way.
And one thing we like to do, we would like to project into the future, kind of know what you want to do professionally, personally, and financially.
Our objective for them is to help them get to where they want to be, whether ultimately at the end of the internship program it's with Northwestern Mutual or somewhere else. This is the real deal. This is not just one of those internships where you're going to get involved with data entry, the mail room, filing. You're doing what we do, and that's the opportunity, is to get a real life snapshot of what this opportunity, this career is like.
How are you, Alex?
How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
I remember the first day I walked in the office, I was really nervous because I'm wearing a suit and tie, I'm fairly young, and I didn't know what it would be like to be in a professional atmosphere. It's really relaxed, but everyone gets their work done, and that's something you can't find in a lot of places.
Hey Nikki, this is Kristen Shorman. How are you this morning? I'm not running around doing errands, I'm not doing busy work. I'm actually doing the same work that all the full-time reps are doing.
The biggest challenge is just really getting consistent with the business. Just every month being able to produce, have that high activity, have high amount of referrals, but I mean, it's fun, you know.
So typical day is pretty interesting. So it depends on the day. On a Monday, so I have Monday morning meeting. Go with the full team. So that's from 7:30 to 9. From about 9 to 10, I'm phoning or dialing. From 10 10 to 4, I'm typically seeing people. And then from 5 to 6, posting and planning. Tuesday, have class. So, you know, I just focus on class. Wednesday, the whole same thing happens all over again. Thursday, go to class. And then Friday, I go back to work.
One of the things that I took advantage of that I encourage every intern to take advantage of is from day one, Northwestern will pay every single cent for you to get your CFP, CLU, and CHFC, even if you're an intern, because we know the better educated you can be, the more productive you're going to be, and the more of a resource you'll be to your clients.
This morning I had client meetings all over town, and then I went to a policy delivery in my neighborhood. So it was a productive day.
Right now I'm in between classes. It's definitely challenging learning to balance the school and the work life, but it's very, very doable. Time management is definitely very important, and it was definitely a learning curve at the beginning. You had to learn how to balance your school and then balance the internship. But once I kind of got the hang of how to balance my schedule and get everything done in the 24 hours you have in the day and still sleep, it works very well now.
The most surprising thing has been how much I've gotten to know myself about what my potential really is. And I really feel like this is a calling for me, personally.
I would say my elevator pitch is that I provide holistic planning and beyond. You know, it's really just about making sure your dollars are working for you.
I don't think there's anywhere else I could have interned that I would have gotten the kind of experience and the kind of learning that I have gotten here. And they're very encouraging. They want us to succeed wherever we are. And that's really apparent in the way that they train us and the way that they encourage us.
I think what they're going to find is an organization that's been around for a long time. They're going to provide an opportunity for you to come in and see how great you possibly can be.
I am very competitive, I'm very driven, and I'm very motivated to succeed in life. And I think that this internship is a good fit for me.
And it's the opportunity for you to come in regardless of what your aspirations are. Just be open to the ride of a lifetime.
Wow, that was a really good summary. Wow. It was fun. Wow. They really show you what it's like.
Yeah, so it's kind of neat to see some of those people who are speaking that are now leaders of the company.
Train at night, to train on their lunch break.
Oh.
Wow, sales call,
But no, that's really cool. It really shows that one thing I noticed is very professional atmosphere. You have professional dress, sort of thing. So if you're looking for that, we take care of that in November with our clothing drive.
That's right.
Or professional dress. Or you can just talk to Brian, our intern here.
That's right.
He knows a lot about it.
As warehouse worker consultant.
Yeah. So stop by.
Yes.
But yeah, Brittany, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yes, of course.
Really appreciate it. And this will be available online so people can watch it and learn more about the opportunities.
Yeah. Also, I guess probably might be a question for some people. So, what are the qualifications for you to transition from an intern to a full-time representative?
So typically we're looking that they are holding a certain level of activity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's mainly just because we want to make sure that they're going to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't want them to go into a full-time position if we didn't really feel like it was going to work out for them. We don't want them to fail. So we're just looking for a certain level of activity.
Okay, so is there any degree qualifications for them?
No, they do. Typically they're going to be graduated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have their bachelor's degree. That's definitely something we look for. They're already going to have their license, so that's great too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.